Ever since the huge success of Fortnite, the concept of 100 players eliminating each other to come out first place has appealed to a lot of game developers. They want their slice of the cake to leech off of the success that Epic Games has found. The thing that boggles my mind the most though is how these developers think they can possibly compete with Fortnite, considering the fact that, you know, it's a free-to-play game. So why would anyone detach themselves from that to download a game by an unknown developer on the Steam store? I'm not too sure, but this should be amusing. So first up we've got Die Pig Die Battle Royale. I already failed to take it seriously when loading in. This version is in development, be patient, we are working hard. The game is very clearly not finished, with rough looking textures and quite weird lighting. So how about finish it and then publish it for everyone to play? And I assume the argument would be that they need to jump on that BR bandwagon as quick as possible before it inevitably dies. Alright, whatever, let's just break this down. Once I'd loaded into a match I wanted just to leave. My eyes becoming so sore from the horrible layout design. You will typically have a mini-map and a kill feed, plotted somewhere on the screen, the basic essentials so that the player doesn't feel completely lost. But within Die Pig Die, the developers seem to think that shoving a load of stuff on the screen, like my avatar, my gamer tag, how many friends I have in real life, is somehow necessary. Something even more unnecessary though is the targets it gives you, even though the third one is the only one anyone cares about in, you know, a Battle Royale game. It's probably quite important to note down the actual concept of the type of game you're trying to create if you're going to market it in that way. But screw it. What's target 1? Okay. Find the access codes to the wooden tower. So I really wasn't sure what I'm meant to be looking for, so I took a look at the map, which I have to give the game some credit for. It reminded me a lot of Far Cry 2 and that's enough for me to say it's a positive. I've always liked the idea of the character looking at the minimap. It makes things feel a lot more interactive and doesn't feel like we're detaching ourselves from the character we are playing to look at a menu. It's a shame that the controls are really clunky and the map doesn't display everything around our character, otherwise this could have had a lot more potential. But hey, he's got a teddy bear. They're pretty cool and wow, you can drive a tank. That's pretty damn awesome. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing in this game, so let's just move on to the next. Battle Royale Survivors. Something that I've been critical about with the BR genre is the lack of originality. The fact that some games are taking certain aspects of Fortnite for example, but not doing anything different or better. While it's certainly not better, BR Survivors is unique in comparison to its competitors. It goes for a top-down perspective, meaning that gameplay will be a lot different as you have a wider field of view, as opposed to the typical third or first person that we've seen before. The main problem with this though is that they haven't exactly mastered the camera. You have to rotate it using certain keys and it's just all round awkward to control, and can definitely be a challenge when up against another player. Just like the torch feature. You can only see enemy players when the torchlight is shining in that direction, despite the fact it's always daylight, or at least from what I've played. But hey, there are some more positives. I liked the weapon variation for example, and the controls to them felt decent. Kinda reminded me a bit of the Black Ops Zombies arcade, as it's more just luck if you end up getting the kill, as all you're doing is just spraying and praying. And that's basically why I just find this game fun. It's not challenging, it's clearly not fair in a lot of cases, but it's fun, so whatever. If it gets a lot more polish, I could generally see myself putting a few more hours into it. So yeah, surprisingly decent, but that's not the aim of this video, so I need to move on to something else. Pixel Z Battlegrounds. I purchased it for an entire 79 pence. Please donate to my Patreon, I now need money. And yeah, it's the worst 79 pence I think I've ever spent in my life. If anything, I feel like I'm the one that should have been paid to play this game. So both games are essentially just Minecraft rip-offs, except things being blocky makes no sense and is not important, unlike in Minecraft. It's just like that because it's much easier to design in a lot less time. And if you want to jump on the BR train, then you better do it as quick as possible, which is exactly why this game exists. So I selected my character, typed up my gamer tag, and came to the realisation that I had to play against bots, since literally no one plays this game, and for good reason. The controls are very awkward. Either your character is going too fast of a pace or too slow. There's no consistency there for some reason. Speaking of controls, I couldn't find a way to jump out of the plane, so here I am just spamming my keyboard and mouse trying to figure out how, and then realising that the people over at Kickless Game probably couldn't even be bothered. I mean heck, they couldn't even come up with an original title, all designed for the plane. They just stole everything from PUBG and made it pixelated. Speaking of, PUBG is the worst battle royale game. with its super rough looking textures, especially on the Xbox version, a mass amount of glitches that still haven't been patched, and a system similar to Fortnite's Battle Pass, but rather than handing over real life cash for skins that you know you'll unlock, you instead receive loot boxes, so you essentially have to gamble and hope that you get something good. As if that wasn't bad enough, the game is £27. Are you for real? It really is the worst Battle Royale game.